I'm at my last strand of just things not being the same as they were over a month ago. What is my new normal? I am turning the camera on completely raw. I have been struggling. The first 2 weeks of the whole quarantine and everything, like I did not sleep well. I was exhausted, I was stressed, I was anxious, I was fearful of everything going on. I couldn't get myself away from all the updates and everything, but yet I needed to, and it was such a struggle mentally. Since then, when I finally took time, like in the very beginning I was great, like grab my Bible, like we've got to get focused, we've got to stay on this. And then that became harder to do. And it was way easier to just check up on updates on everything. I've been trying to figure out like what's going on, like why am I so stressed? Why do I feel so out of sorts? Like just didn't know. And the other day I was on a call with some friends, and one of them just asked like, how's your alone time going? Like, are you getting some me time? And that was the first time that I realized like, no, it's been over a month since I've had some me time. And I've thought that I've been okay with that. And it's just like, this is just how things are right now. Like this is just temporary. We don't know how temporary. And that was just an enlightenment to me of like, no, I don't have my regularly scheduled time for myself. And then this past weekend, like meals have been such a stress for me. We haven't gone to the grocery store at all. And I've even tried to limit how often we need to get groceries. And so meal planning's kind of gone out the window. So I thought that was what was stressing me out. And then I realized, oh, like I haven't even had time to meal plan. Like I've kind of given up meal planning because I figure like, well, we're just eating random food, so I don't need a meal plan. But then I've started realizing like, I really need a meal plan. I need some normalcy in my life. So my goal today is to meal plan again and put in a grocery order to pick up and try to find my new rhythm. That's been my thought lately of like, I don't know how long things are gonna be the way they currently are. I'm not making any of those decisions. I'm not in control of those decisions. So what I've been trying to focus on is just, what is my new normal? So probably one of my biggest things that I'm struggling with
What are you making?
is with my attitude not being great. I'm like using every ounce of my self-control to try to stay calm. But right now, part of that is just having to not interfere with the kids right away whenever they get into a fight. So their attitudes aren't great. I'm not like starting my day on top of things, like first in here in the morning making breakfast. When I know that my patience is lacking, I know that I have to just stop and pause, and I can't react right away. Because if I react right away, I'm not gonna be reacting with being able to use self-control at the same time. So that takes a lot of like deep breaths and just being like, sometimes I just wanna give up, and sometimes I just wanna not do anything. But I know I can't do that. I know I have to address things. So it's more so, I don't know, like taking a deep breath. Maybe they're gonna argue a little bit longer than I typically let them. And some of them today have been spending more time in their beds, just relaxing and not being around other people. So that's just been really hard. Like, I want to be on top of things, and I want to feel like I'm doing a better job being a better mom. But at the same time, I can't let myself lose control. And so I'm a little bit slower right now. And so that's just hard. because I just know I'm at my last strand of just things not being the same as they were over a month ago. Waiting for things to change. And so I'm trying to shift my mind of like, okay, we just need our new normal. We gotta find our new normal. Where is it? What is it? What does that look like? And I gotta figure that out. Meals have been one of the most stressful thing in life since this whole COVID-19 thing has happened. Hi, girls. And I cannot tell you, like it's been over a month since our family started quarantining ourselves and did social distancing and everything. It's been over a month. And I feel like I've gone through almost every single phase of grief. And I feel like the biggest grief part of it has just been meals. Like before all of this happened, I didn't enjoy meal planning already. And that was kind of a stressful thing. But I was able to go to the store every week. And I was able to go to the store last minute if I needed something as well. And I know I can still do that, like that's still a possibility, but is it the wisest thing for me to just up and go to the store if I need like one thing? And so through this whole process, the first 3 weeks, I didn't go to the store, I didn't even do a grocery order for 3 weeks. And it was just like, all right, whatever we have in the house, I'm gonna scrounge around, we're gonna make something of it. We ate beans and rice every other meal. And that was it. But my mind was constantly thinking of meals. What am I gonna feed my family? What are we gonna eat? And it wasn't a fear of, are we gonna go hungry? That was definitely a thing that like every single time that would try to creep up in my mind, I always felt the Lord say, I'm not gonna let you go hungry. You're gonna have something to eat. It might not be enjoyable, but you're not gonna go hungry. And so that's been huge. But it was still like too much thinking going on with meals. When I got my first grocery order, when I ordered online, that stressed me even more, I feel like, because of the grocery store that the groceries were coming from. They were more expensive than I'm usually pay. Getting them delivered was a bigger cost as well. And that just like, that freaked me out because I was like, we got probably half the groceries that we could get if I had just gone to the store myself. So that wasn't working. And then the next thing, I waited 2 more weeks and then did a grocery pickup order and I got half of my order. So then I was like, oh my goodness, like I was so expecting to just have peace of just like, here's my order. We usually tend to buy the stuff that's still in the store, the stuff that most people don't enjoy eating. And when I only got half of my order and I didn't even have the stuff that I needed for dinner that night, I was stressed again. So that day I ended up going to 2 or 3 more stores in myself to finish getting what we needed. And at the end of that, I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like I think at this point right now, with us eating healthy and having specific items that we want, I think going to the store myself and just trying to plan like going twice a month to get our groceries and make do if we run out of something. So I think that's my plan now. But all of this just makes me so much more thankful that we have this large garden, and I am so eager for stuff to start growing. Produce has probably been the #1 thing like that runs out in the first week that we get it, and so I cannot wait for when everything starts growing and we can eat fresh produce. We have a few tiny little sprouts that are growing.
Where?
Yep, but don't hurt them.
And that.
Yep, so we got. And
I thought that was a weed. I was about to pull it.
Don't pull anything in this yet. That should be one, those should be one, and that should be one. We had a really cold spell, and so I didn't even come out. The wood chips are supposed to keep the ground moist, so I was just like, Lord, please bless everything that we're doing. Let it grow. And so it's so reassuring to see some sprouts coming up, as long as they turn into whatever vegetable we purposely planted there. It's been a long time since I've been down to our blueberry site, and they look really neglected because of the cold. I haven't been down here. Don't want to work when it's cold outside. The plants themselves are looking good, but we've got a lot of grass in between. So Ezekiel's gonna help me try to get rid of this grass and make it look better in here, huh? I think that's about as good as it's gonna get for today. I have most of it done. There's still like a little bit on the side that I wish wasn't there, but my kids are starting to get hungry, and before they start snacking, I need to get back up into the kitchen and get dinner going. Tonight is actually gonna end up just being a leftover night, which was not planned. I usually plan one leftover night a week, but tonight was supposed to be Sloppy Joe's, and I was planning on using sandwich bread, but this is all the sandwich bread we have, and I was hoping to have 2 slices per person, which this is not that. So instead, I'm gonna dig out everything, which isn't a whole lot. I don't think the kids are gonna be super excited about this. I have a little bit of cabbage soup left over. I don't know if that's cauliflower rice or regular rice. We'll find out. And then I have some buffalo chicken, which is really delicious, but it's a little spicy for the kids. So I think I might get tortillas out for them to eat with that. Along with like all the like trying to be not exposed to everything and grocery shopping, trying to do the quick list, not working out, and then having to go into the store anyways. So what I decided, I had talked to Tim because I was like, I am just ready for food to not be what I think about all the time. Plus before all of this, Hannah and Ezekiel were cooking dinner twice a week for me, and I lost that. When I was just scrounging around every single day, they weren't cooking meals because I didn't know what ingredients we actually had for them to be able to just come and make a meal. And I didn't really want them scrounging around and coming up with whatever they could come up with. Instead of having Hannah and Ezekiel cooking all the time, I was just doing all the meals. And that was just really stressful, not knowing what we're gonna eat day to day. Knowing we have food, but just not knowing like what food am I gonna combine to make something with. So then we decided, okay, we're gonna go back to the meal plan. We're gonna get all the food that we need for a meal plan, and we'll just plan on going back to the store every week and get what we need to be able to do our meal plan. So now that meal planning is back as an option, that's going a little bit better mentally for me. Whatever meals Hannah and Ezekiel needed for their meals, whatever food they needed, I like made those priority so that whenever they cook, they have everything that they need. And then for me, when it comes to my meals, if I'm out of something, I can scrounge around and come up with something. But that way, when Hannah and Zeke have all of their stuff, I get a break and I'm not cooking the full meal by myself that night. With my new plan of meal planning again, and okay, I'm gonna go to the store like once a week, if not less than that. I'm a little bit better mentally of just like, all right, I have a plan. I just needed a plan in place. We're gonna be fine. So I'm good. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I just have to keep telling myself truth and focusing on that and not letting myself go crazy over stuff that I don't need to worry about. But seriously, like not too long ago, it was driving me crazy and I wasn't handling it, and it was not pretty. It was really ugly. Tim has been awesome, and he's been like, okay, like, cause I've been good at having to tell him like, I'm stressed right now and I'm just letting you know, because I feel like I'm starting to get to my end. Not at my end yet, but I just want to let you know before I get there, I'm struggling. And so he was in a really busy time with work, but he was great at being like, I know you're stressed, and he would even try to stop and pause and do some stuff, but I was just like, I need you to just finish your work so I can have like a real good rest time. So that's been good. Communicating more, figuring stuff out, figuring out our new normal, and our new normal is okay. I mean, I have produce, y'all. The kids and Tim, they've been amazing through this. Like, we've talked to them of like, we're okay, we're not gonna go hungry, but we are choosing to eat differently right now because we don't wanna get out and be exposed as much as possible. And the kids have been awesome. They've been excited and very polite about the meals, and it's just been great. Like, I am so proud of them for how they've been handling all of this, and their faith and their little notes that they leave me and scriptures that they leave me has just been awesome. I'm just so thankful for them. I'm so thankful for them. Yeah. I totally did not turn on the camera in time to show you everybody getting their dinner, but nobody touched the cabbage soup.
There's turkey outside.
Salad's halfway gone. Most of our veggies are gone.
I'm eating carrots.
All the chicken is gone. Do you like leftovers? Leftover nights? Oh, tortillas. All the tortillas are gone. There was 20 tortillas in there that only the kids ate.
And then we use them for dessert. We put them in the toaster.
With honey and cinnamon. All the talk about food and meals and eating and everything just makes me so grateful for what we have. And as unknown as times are, I am so thankful for the position that we're in. As much anxiety and frustration and thought has gone towards food, at the same time as all of that, and the Lord reminded me, I'm not gonna go hungry. My kids are not gonna go hungry. I think a lot about those that are going hungry, and that just breaks my heart. So I don't know what's to come of that and those thoughts at this moment right now. But I'm pretty sure this is something that's gonna be changing a part of our family and how we live life. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what all grows in our garden, and just really hoping that the Lord blesses that and that we can be generous. And I'm thankful for the lessons that we're learning right now of how to trust the Lord and what to do with the resources that we do have.